All right, Vanessa.
Yes.
Vanessa, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
Well, I grew up in Newhall. My parents raised me in Santa Clarita, and but I bounced pretty much all around the San Fernando Valley during my youth, and then also was a ward of the court for part of my teenage years.
Why was that?
Um, I just had like behavioral issues, not going to school, and also just some involvement with drugs and things like that.
Your parents got tired of trying to control you?
Yeah, pretty much. The hypocrisy of that one is interesting, but I think what the big thing was I overdosed, and my mom had to give me CPR, and that scared her pretty badly.
Mm. You finished high school?
I didn't, but I got my GED.
How would you describe your childhood in general? Any rough spots particularly?
Well, both my parents were drug addicts growing up, so that was not fun. And my dad was kind of like a rager, I guess I would describe it. So, just a lot of fear. And then also I was kind of like a weird kid too, so just a lot of being alone. So, not a great fun childhood, but once I started to become a teenager, I became a little more comfortable with myself.
You had friends and things like that?
Yeah.
That's good. And you left home after at what age?
Well, after
Probably when you
I got
a ward of the state?
yeah, so it was one of those places that pick you up in the middle of the night and handcuff you and put you on an airplane, tell you they don't tell you where you're going, and which is horrifying in itself. After that, I didn't live with my parents again. I did try it a few times as an adult, trying to get clean, but not as a youth.
You've struggled with drugs for most of your adult life?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
34.
34.
Can't believe I'm saying that on camera.
But yeah, I'm sorry for asking.
It's okay.
What kind of things have you done since you've been on your own? How do you make money?
Well, I've been stripping for the past 10 years. That's the main way that I make money. That's probably the most nefarious thing I do to make money. But other than that, I've had just random odd jobs and regular stuff.
And no kids?
No kids.
That's good.
Yeah, my life has always been pretty chaotic, so I didn't want to introduce that to or bring a child into that.
Yeah, living on the streets is no place for a kid. The street life, you've been living on the streets for how long now?
Well, I spent about 3 years on the street. I eventually did get into a program that helped me get Section 8, so I do have housing now. So thank God for that. I feel grateful for that every day.
That's great.
But I spent 3 years on the street.
That's hard for a female, right?
Yeah, it's really hard for a female because well, females always have something that someone wants, and it makes it hard to, I would say, be able to trust men. Some moments are harder than others.
You been in love before?
3 times. You want me to describe that?
I guess.
So are you going with that?
Yeah, I'm not sure what to ask next. How did those relationships go?
One of them was really great. I felt like he was like my person. I probably would still be with him, but he passed away.
Sorry.
It was a long time ago, but thank you for saying that. The other one, he got sent to prison, so it was kind of a time thing that killed that, which was unfortunate because it was just sad. We grew apart we tried really hard to stay together, but time killed it. And the third one, he was just not who I thought he was. Kind of like narcissists.
And drugs, what are you using now?
Xanax, fentanyl, alcohol, weed, crystal meth.
It's a cocktail. How do you make money?
Dancing, stripping.
Oh, you're still dancing.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good money, right?
Yeah.
Can be.
It is. It's very good money. It's fast money, but it's good money.
Yeah. Emotionally, what do you go through living this life and being in this situation?
The word numb comes to mind, which is hard because I actually am a pretty emotional and sensitive type person or whatever, but just checked out. Have to.
The drugs help with that, right?
Yeah, it'd be impossible without them.
Yeah. What's been the roughest thing you've had to deal with since you've been on the streets?
Well, there was a point in time in my life where I wasn't as street savvy as I am now. And I guess I was just looking to not be lonely or not be homeless by myself or whatever. But I met a guy and she treated me really well. I fell for him pretty fast, just because of how hard he wooed me or courted me or whatever you want to call it. But it wasn't real, and he basically kept me in a hotel room and forced me to prostitute.
How long did that go on?
It was about 45 days. It would have been longer, but he accidentally left his cell phone on the bed when he got in the shower, and I was able to call my mom, and she got me an Uber out of there.
What kind of things do you worry about? What are you afraid of now?
You know what's strange about that is not a whole lot.
You've seen a lot.
I suppose. I guess you're right. I hadn't thought about it before, but mostly because I've hardly been out of California, so I wasn't really looking at it that way. But I've definitely seen some of the harsher or darker or evil or whatever parts of people before, for sure.
How do you think you've changed since you've been...
Well, there was me before my trauma and me after my trauma, and it's two different lives. It really is. It's like there's my therapist says I shouldn't describe myself this way, but a piece of me that is not there anymore.
How long ago was this?
So I was 27 at the time. So that was 2017.
How did he hold you? How did he keep you from running away?
With a gun.
That'll do it. Did the police get involved eventually, or?
I didn't pursue,
Yeah.
but my mom did show my picture to the police because she didn't know where I was.
Do you have any regrets in your life?
Probably not being the daughter my mom deserves.
Are you the only child?
No, I'm the youngest. I have a brother and a sister.
Are they doing better than you are?
We all have our issues, but they are now, yes.
What advice would you give to your younger self, if you could?
That's a good question. I would say strength is an attribute you wouldn't want to go after. Being vulnerable is. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. What would you say is your greatest strength, or some of your greatest strengths?
My ability to empathize for people, with people.
You haven't lost your heart and soul, even despite everything you've been through?
I don't think so. Thank God.
Yeah. Have you tried to get clean?
I actually was clean for 4 years after the kidnapping happened. It scared me pretty good. And I got sober. And I was sober for about 4 years. And it was different, definitely different life. It was calmer, and there was definitely more security. It definitely wasn't as adrenaline, full of adrenaline, or as exciting or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anyone in your life that you trust?
My mom.
That's nice. And you still have hope of getting your life together?
My dad says there's always hope as long as you're not dead.
Mm-hmm. What was your favorite memory?
Ever?
Mm-hmm.
When I was sober, part of the process was making amends with my family, and I took a Harley ride with my dad, and after we got off the Harley, I did my amends with him and told him basically everything that I apologized for, and his answer was, I just want you to stay sober, pay your car insurance, and quit smoking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably one of my best memories.
But eventually you relapsed again?
I did, yeah.
How'd that happen?
I wouldn't pinpoint a specific event, but it was a number of things. COVID was not good for me, a lot of alone time. Some of the women I was sponsoring dropped off. And also I got a really bad toothache, which I knew I could numb with a substance. And I told myself the lie that every addict tells themselves, I'll just do it one time.
Mm. What's been your lowest point? Probably being kidnapped.
My lowest points. I would say it was the moments before I got sober. Not just because of the kidnapping, but just because of all of the plastic facade, the chemicals wearing off and feeling everything all at once. And just being smacked in the face with the reality of that. Getting sober was kind of like a spiritual experience for me. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but so in a strange way, it was like my lowest point, but it was also like a triumphant point.
Yeah, you should be very proud.
Thank you. I try to hold on to the fact that I did maintain that for a while, and I didn't lose that. I still have that with me.
Vanessa, what would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
Be kind to people. I mean, it's so rare, and also not to judge them, because you truly never know what a person has been through. And I also don't think you can compare or measure suffering.
All right. Vanessa, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
I wish you lots of luck. I hope you get clean.
Thank you. Me too.
Thank you very much. That'd be nice. Even though Soft White Underbelly consists of a lot of videos, it's really still a photography project to me. And if you appreciate the photography, sometimes it's difficult to enjoy it when it's scrolling down the screen, which is the only option I had in this horizontal format on YouTube. So last year we came out with the first Soft White Underbelly book, which is a collection of the best portraits from the thousands of interviews I've done. Each portrait in this book is accompanied by an interesting quote from the person's interview.
Oh my God.
There's more.
Wow. These aren't as bad as I thought. I look like a witch.
I will not be reprinting this book when it sells out. So once it's gone for good. You can order yours at softwhiteunderbelly.org. $125, $150 for a signed copy. And thank you for watching.